Life sometimes tests us with challenges we never expect. Stress, disappointments, manipulative people, and emotional ups and downs confront us every day. So how can we overcome all these difficulties? How can we ensure that life's harsh trials don't break us? Is there even a way? The answer is yes. The Stoics discovered the path long ago. In this video, I will show you 8 strict but powerful Stoic laws. These laws will reprogram your mental skills and make you mentally unshakable. Each law is designed to help you overcome the challenges you encounter in daily life. Watch the video until the end and learn how no one and nothing can control you. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss such Stoic wisdom presented in our Pavilion. The first and most important Stoic law is this: you cannot control everything in the world. Life doesn't reveal in advance what it will bring you. You cannot fully control how people behave towards you, what situations you will face, or which events will occur. But there is one thing you can control: your own reactions and your own thoughts. Stoic philosophers explained this clearly many years ago. They said that everything that happens to you does not define you. People's words, their actions, and external events cannot measure your worth. In other words, no one and nothing can determine your inner strength or your character. Now think about it. How many times during the day do you get upset because of other people's words or actions? A coworker treats you unfairly, a friend breaks a promise, or someone's criticism on social media affects you. These situations are part of life, and everyone experiences them. But the Stoic law teaches you this: you must take ownership of your reactions. This is not just about staying calm. It means defending yourself in every situation, managing your emotions, and keeping your thoughts under control. For example, if a friend wrongs you, your natural reaction might be anger. But here, the Stoic approach tells you, this happened, but my ability to remain calm and my mindset are in my hands. I will not lose them. The Stoics called this protecting your inner boundaries. External influences cannot interfere with your inner world. You choose which thoughts and emotions you respond to. This is the most fundamental principle of mental strength. You can start applying this in daily life with small steps. For example, consider your morning. You check the news on social media and a message irritates you. Our instinct is to react immediately, write something, reply, or let it bother us. But if we apply the Stoic law, we take a step back, take a deep breath, and ask, what will this event give me? Will it change my worth? Of course, it won't. This is about not allowing external influences to weaken your inner self. Another example, imagine you face injustice at work. Your most natural instinct is to get angry and react. But you can choose to stay calm, assess the situation, and take only constructive steps. This is part of protecting your mental boundaries. Remember, shielding yourself from external influences is not just about staying calm. It's also about protecting your own value. Recognizing and accepting fear is the second Stoic law. Life is full of fears and risks. Every day, situations, decisions, and people trigger various fears in us. Sometimes these fears are small, for example, starting a new job, presenting a project, or being honest in a relationship. Other times they are much larger: health issues, financial difficulties, or personal loss. The Stoics taught that avoiding fear weakens you. They emphasized that fear is a natural part of life, and that instead of ignoring it, it's essential to understand and accept it. When fear starts to control you, it limits your thinking and blocks your actions. Now think, a fear stops you. For instance, you want to apply for a new job but fear failure. The Stoic approach tells you, see this fear, accept it, and learn from it. Stand before it. Fear is not your enemy, it can be your teacher. Accepting fear is not just acknowledging it. It also means analyzing and learning from it. Every fear sends a message: which areas need better preparation, which skills to develop, and which calculated risks you can take. For example, if being alone on a morning walk scares you, recognizing that fear and taking small steps like greeting strangers or exploring new streets gradually builds courage. As you accept fear, its influence over you decreases, and you become calmer, wiser, and more prepared. Remember, fears are harmful only when real danger exists. Most of the time, fears are simply products of our thoughts. Seeing, accepting, and learning from them will make you braver, more prepared, and mentally stronger. As you apply this Stoic law in daily life, fears will not control you, they will become your greatest teacher. Every fear tests you, but when you learn to accept it, you are truly free. Life is never painless. At some point, we all experience grief, loss, disappointment, or failure. This is part of being human, but the Stoics taught that pain is not only harmful, it is also an opportunity for learning and growth. It is no coincidence that accepting pain is the third Stoic law. Yes, many of us try to resist pain. We think that if we ignore it or fight it, it will affect us less. But the opposite happens. The more we resist, the more pain shakes us internally and drains our energy. The Stoic approach is accept pain, face it, and see it as a lesson. For example, imagine a major failure at work. A project fails, colleagues criticize you, and you feel bad. In this situation, there are two paths. The first is to feel upset, angry, and want to forget the incident. The second is the Stoic approach. This is an opportunity for growth. What did I do wrong, and what can I learn from it? Accepting pain does not weaken you. It strengthens you and makes you wiser. Every challenge gives you the chance to know yourself better, make better decisions, and remain composed in similar future situations. The Stoics said that being resilient to life's natural difficulties increases your inner strength. This is not just seeing pain, but learning and growing through it. Every pain, every grief is a lesson. If you can accept this, no situation in life can completely shake you. Life sometimes tests us with situations we never expect. People act unfairly. Their words and actions try to upset us, and unexpected events occur. In these moments, most of us instinctively react hastily, get angry, or become completely consumed by our emotions. But the Stoics taught that not losing control is one of life's most important skills. This is their fourth law. Losing control is not just about getting angry. It also means losing your thoughts, being unable to act rationally, and allowing the situation to control you. The Stoic law teaches us that no matter what events occur, your reaction is your own. For example, if a colleague misunderstands you at work, your first instinct might be to react, get angry, respond sharply, or leave the situation. The Stoic approach is take a step back, observe the situation, and ask yourself, does this situation define my value? What is my goal in this moment? Maintaining control strengthens you both emotionally and mentally. You no longer remain under the influence of events. Instead, you can manage them calmly and wisely. This principle can be applied to everyday small tests of life. For example, aggressive drivers on the road, criticism on social media, or misunderstandings among friends. None of these situations can disturb your inner calm if you maintain control. For the Stoics, not losing control also means showing respect for yourself. Getting angry and reacting impulsively weakens you and gives others power over you. But staying calm and acting wisely strengthens you and allows you to fully govern yourself in any situation. Life is never stable. Plans are disrupted, unexpected events happen, and people do not behave as you expect. Sometimes, despite all your preparation, results do not turn out as hoped. This is the nature of life. Uncertainty is always present, and it must be accepted. This is the fifth Stoic law. The Stoics said that accepting uncertainty forms the foundation of mental strength and inner calm. If you resist life's variability, it only creates stress and anxiety. But if you accept it, every situation teaches you, strengthens you, and allows you to make wiser decisions in the future. Accepting uncertainty means acknowledging that not everything is under your control. For example, you are preparing for a job interview. You have prepared your best presentation, but the employer's decision is not up to you. The Stoic approach says, you did your best, but the outcome is not entirely under your control. This is a natural part of life. Stay calm and focus on the future. You can apply this mindset in daily life through small steps. Every time plans are disrupted or events do not go as expected, remind yourself, I cannot control everything, but my reaction and my choice are always mine. This simple thought protects you from worry and ensures inner calm. For the Stoics, accepting uncertainty also means being adaptable. It means being open to life's changes, adjusting to new situations, and extracting maximum value from every circumstance. For example, if an unexpected trip is cancelled, instead of getting angry, making new plans and exploring alternative opportunities makes you more resilient and stronger. Remember, uncertainty is an inevitable part of life. Resisting it only drains your energy, but by accepting it, you become calmer, wiser, and more prepared. Every change, every unexpected event offers you an opportunity, either to learn a lesson or to become stronger. The Stoics express this law as follows: life is changeable, but you can choose how to respond to change. Accept uncertainty, remain composed in every situation, and strengthen your inner power. This makes you both mentally unshakable and more agile in life. Our thoughts form the foundation of our lives. Our beliefs and inner dialogues guide us daily, shape our behavior, and determine our quality of life. If your thoughts are limited and negative, your life will also feel limited and stressful. But the Stoics teach us that this can be changed. Reprogram your thoughts and beliefs. This is the sixth Stoic law. This is not simply about thinking positively. It means recognizing negative and harmful beliefs, analyzing them, and deliberately replacing them with a stronger, more effective mindset. For example, if you think, I will never succeed, this belief blocks every step you take. The Stoic approach is, acknowledge this belief, challenge it, and replace it with smarter, more truthful thinking. In daily life, there are small exercises to apply this. Pay attention to your thoughts every day. Which beliefs are limiting you? Which recurring thoughts cause you distress? Write them down and consider counter-arguments. For example, when the thought, I will fail in this task, arises, ask yourself, if I use my best skills, what could the outcome be? What is the actual likelihood of failure? The Stoics called this managing your inner dialogue. You can choose your thoughts. They should not control you. By reprogramming negative and limiting beliefs, you make yourself smarter, better prepared, and more unshakable. Another example, people criticize you and you immediately feel bad. The Stoic approach says, criticism is their perspective. It does not affect my value. I am strong because of my own values and skills. In this way, you deliberately manage your thoughts and beliefs, increasing your inner strength. Small changes you practice every day will yield significant results over time. By reprogramming your thoughts and beliefs, you not only strengthen your mental power but also gain the ability to approach life's challenges more calmly and wisely. The Stoic law teaches us this. You cannot completely change external circumstances, but you can always change your thoughts and beliefs. This makes you mentally unshakable and gives you the power to handle any difficulty you encounter. In much of life, people do nothing but think, plan, and worry. We often try to answer the question, what can I do? But in reality, no outcome is achieved without action. The Stoics taught that thought and worry are only potential, while action produces real change. This is the foundation of the seventh law. To learn action, start with small steps. For example, if you are working on a project but keep procrastinating, take one small step every day, write a paragraph, make a call, or reflect on an idea. These small steps gradually bring you closer to your goal, and over time they accumulate into significant results. The Stoics also emphasized that it is more important to focus on the process than the outcome. You cannot fully control the outcome, but every correct action you take in the process gives you strength and experience. For instance, if you have a major presentation at work, you cannot control how people will receive it or what they will think, but preparation, practice, and careful action are fully under your control. Action also reduces internal anxiety. In cycles of thought and worry, the mind often encounters stress and fear, but when you act, Your brain focuses on concrete work, and your internal energy is directed in a useful way. The Stoics called this freedom through action. The more you act, the stronger your inner power becomes, and stress no longer controls you. Another key point, action is not only for big tasks. In daily life, small, purposeful actions also develop us. Completing household chores on time, taking small steps to improve your skills, or behaving correctly in relationships, these are all forms of action. The Stoic approach says, the power of action surpasses the power of thought and intention. Action also overcomes internal fear and the habit of procrastination. People often say, I'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. The Stoic Law says, act now because only this moment is in your hands. This simple principle makes a difference in every area of life and makes you mentally unshakable. In the end, focusing on action and activity is not just about getting things done. It is also one of the most important Stoic laws for increasing inner strength, preparing for challenges, and advancing in life. Every right step brings you closer to both external and internal resilience. One of life's greatest truths is that everything is temporary. We are born, we grow, and one day we leave this world. For the Stoics, death is not a frightening event. Rather, it is a reality accepted as a natural part of life. They said that fear of death only wastes our time and limits our inner freedom. In other words, accepting death is necessary, and this is the 8th Stoic law. Understanding the value of time is equally important. People often worry about the future or dwell on the past with regret. The Stoic approach teaches that you can only control this moment. Worrying about the future wastes energy, and dwelling on the past does nothing but hold you back. But you can choose how to live this moment, this day. Accepting death and the limits of time helps you set your priorities correctly. You begin to live each day and every moment more meaningfully. You spend less energy on trivial matters and focus only on what truly matters in life. This strengthens you both emotionally and mentally. The Stoics also emphasize that contemplating death enhances the quality of life. If you accept that every day could be your last, each action becomes more purposeful, more deliberate, and more meaningful. People often say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I have plenty of time. But the Stoic approach reminds us that time is not infinite, and every moment matters. A simple daily practice is to reflect at the end of each day. Did I make the most of today? Did I spend time on what truly matters? This small reflection not only increases productivity but also brings inner peace and satisfaction. Ultimately, accepting death and the limits of time is not just about removing fear. It is the key to becoming more purposeful, more valuable, and mentally unshakable. If you want to live life more deeply, powerfully, and meaningfully, do not hesitate to apply this law in your daily life. By applying these 8 Stoic laws in your everyday life, you can become mentally unshakable. Remember, your power and value are determined not by the actions of others, but solely by your own reactions and choices. If you want to master life, you must first learn to master yourself. Remember these laws daily, practice them, and over time, you will feel incredible strength and inner calm. You will be prepared for life's challenges, emotionally resilient and mentally unshakable. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more empowering Stoic wisdom prepared for you. See you in the next video.